I am so excited about announcing my new show, Notary Hacks with the Loan Signing System. I'm so often asked, Mark, what are some hacks that I can do to get to my appointments quicker? Can I get some hacks on mobile offices? Can I see what's inside the notary bag of other notary signing agents? So I'm now bringing a new show to you. I'm gonna go around the country to other successful signing agents and say, hey, pop the trunk of your car. Let's look inside your notary bag. Share some of your notary hacks so other signing agents like you can be a better notary signing agent. I'm so excited about bringing these episodes to you, and I'm gonna do it all across the country. Now, these notary hacks will be on YouTube, but the best notary hacks in full transparency are gonna be inside the loan signing system course. So if you're a loan signing system student, be excited. If you're watching this on YouTube, be excited. It's gonna be so amazing. If you want all the notary hacks, join the Loan Signing System family. Click the link below to get the course today. Let's get episode 1 on its way. And we're officially open with episode 1 with signing agent Chris down in San Diego with notary hacks. Just so you know that these notary hacks just aren't coming from any signing agent. How much money did you make last year, Chris?
$99,200, baby.
$99,200. First off, congratulations on an amazing year, man.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Yeah, no, I couldn't have done it without all of your help and the help of Loan Signing System. It's been a fantastic year.
Oh man, the best way to pay that forward is showing some people your
Absolutely.
amazing notary hacks. You ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Let's go. Okay, I'm so excited to get this episode started. Chris, he has so many hacks to share with you today. We're gonna start in the back of your car. As you can see, he has a mobile office, but he's made the mobile office his way. He's what I would call some hacks. So why don't you take over from here,
yes,
man,
absolutely, absolutely. So what we have here is my mobile office, and with this, I am able to facilitate several more signings per day, per week, per month, thus increasing my take-home revenue. One thing I noticed, and I got this inspiration for doing this particular mobile printer by the video that you had actually posted, and I got my dual tray laser printer here, the amplifier, the gel battery. I went with a deep cycle gel because I was actually told, this doesn't appear in your video, but I was told that it's better for rejuvenating the energy and recharging it. It'll hold a longer charge. I'm not sure if there's truth to that, but that's what I went with here. Additionally, got a little fire extinguisher in case there's any accidents, unforeseen accidents. Another thing I noticed, Mark, when it comes to the mobile office is that this thing rattles around a lot. And it's my understanding that these printers are really not made to be moving a lot. I've already had one go bad in the house, actually. So what I did was I put a 2-inch foam underneath to give it some cushioning. So even though you have the shocks of the vehicle cushioning, it still was kind of jarring to the printer. This way here, nothing is rattling around. It's almost like sitting on a cloud of air.
Love it. I mean, I hope you guys get these little hacks. I think the fire extinguisher hack is amazing. That wasn't in the original video. I think the foam, if you can bring that in, the foam here, because there's so many electronics and moving parts in here that, like, obviously bouncing throughout the day is going to rattle them around, but the foam's an extra way of absorbing that bounce. So,
exactly.
Man,
it's like a little
amazing.
Shock absorption.
Right.
And then if you want to open this up, actually,
Please.
I'll kind of show you what I got going on in here. In here I have lamps. For those of you that do a lot of signings outside with the virus that have plagued us recently, the lamps provide some great light. Everyone wants to sign outside, but people often forget about how important it is to have good lighting so you don't miss any signatures, dates, and initials. Got some extra paper. What else we got in here? We got a table for signing in the event that people don't have tables available. You'd be shocked, but lots of people do not actually have tables outside. Got some foldable chairs. Got some pens over here in the corner. Office supplies, that type of thing. All this just makes it seamless. The minute you're thinking about, oh God, I need a chair, I need more light, I need this and that, that adds one more element of stress, which doesn't allow you to facilitate your best, putting your best foot forward and giving the best loan signing possible.
First off, you're natural on camera, so I want to throw that out there for the YouTube world.
Thank you.
But I mean, secondly, man, you have so many hacks. He has lamps, he has a table inside there. And by the way, I think the Prius in itself is a hack.
That's correct. When I first started my loan signing, I was actually driving my pickup truck.
Yeah.
Obviously, V6 transmission, V6 motor rather, I wasn't able to get good fuel consumption. So I went ahead and picked up one of these bad boys for about $6,000 used. They're phenomenal. They run forever. I get almost twice the gas mileage as my truck does. And honestly, it's nimble. You can get from appointment to appointment much easier than a larger vehicle or an SUV, something like that.
I mean, you have been giving so many great hacks. The fact that this was $6,000 used, I mean, he was a beginning signing agent. By the way, he made $99,000 in his first year as a signing agent to get some of you guys inspired that he's almost six figures his first year. But nonetheless, you know, I think the fact you have tables in there, lamps in there, paperwork in there, you have a mobile printing office with shocks built in. I mean, this is unbelievable, man. Thank you so much for opening up the back of your car and sharing some of your hacks. Is there anything else that you want to touch base on this before we kind of go to another part?
No, what I will say for some folks that are thinking of doing this, having the mobile office is awesome. You're comfortable at home. But what this has done is allowed one more signing per day, maybe 5, 6 per week, and that easily increases your take-home pay. And so I would advise someone, if they're not going to do a printer at home and a printer in the car, just do a printer in the car if your living conditions permit. If you can run from your apartment, from your house, wherever you live, down to the car to grab your paperwork, this has been a lifesaver for me. And if I had to give up the printer in the house and just use this, this would be it.
Wow, no, I hope you guys are hearing this. This is from a $100,000 a year signing agent. If you're wondering how you do $100,000 a year, how you do 5, 6 appointments a day, it's because he's printing on the road. So let's go to something else that I know we always get is what's inside your notary bag.
Absolutely.
So let's go to that next time.
Let's do it.
Okay, we're gonna move to the notary bag. Chris, I always get, man, what do other signing agents' notary bags look like? Are there any hacks or organization? So why don't we walk to the trunk here?
I'll show you a couple things
and
here.
show everyone out. And again, I want to say thank you. We're literally in a Starbucks shopping parking lot, and it's in between appointments today. So thank you again for taking the time to do this.
It's my pleasure. I have a little bit of time here. I'll show you kind of how I organize my bag, what I got going on here.
All right, you can't be a six-figure signing agent from essentially living from the road to a certain degree. So let's talk about some little hacks that you've developed over the past year on making your life on the road that much easier. So take it away, man.
Yeah, sure. I'll show you inside my ride here. Let's see. What we have here is a cooler. Obviously, this shouldn't come as a surprise, but always have to have a cooler. Always got to have your food with you. Hopefully healthy options for you. Got to stay strong and healthy while we're out there on the road. This is something I picked up on Amazon. This is pretty cool. I use this almost every day. And what it is, it plugs into your cigarette lighter.
This is one of my, I apologize for but this is one of my favorite hacks. So jump again, get a close up on what this is.
This is it's a heater. And it plugs into your cigarette lighter, and it's got a heating plate on the bottom. And basically, 20, 30 bucks on Amazon. There, you can show it out there. This plate heats up. So you basically put your food in here in like a little, Tupperware or a little glass container, and then you plug this thing into the cigarette lighter, and what ultimately happens is within 15, 20 minutes, you have a piping hot meal on the road. What happened was I was going and getting all this fast food, and I just, it's kind of a waste of money, and it's not necessarily the healthiest option. So now I can take something with me in the cooler, transfer it over here, in between appointments, plug it in. By the time I get to my next signing, hopefully I got an extra 10, 15 minutes, have a nice hot lunch on the road. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I wish I knew that hack, because I would be eating cold food.
Yes.
And so on the road every single day, I'd literally have half of my meals cold, and so I had no idea that even existed. So the fact that you can heat up this lunch on the road, not need to stop off and go to a 7-Eleven or a gas station, because that used to be my little hack.
Yeah.
Is I would go into a gas station, get a bottled water, then ask them to use the microwave to reheat mine, but I would have to go spend the money on the bottled water because I felt guilty for not buying something and using their microwave.
Yes.
And so this hack makes it less awkward. I save money on the bottled water that I don't need, and you can do it on the way from signing. So I love that hack.
Yeah,
man.
it's great.
Let's keep on going. Let's grab this here. Keep on going.
For sure. Got a sweater for those late night signings that get cold. Always have to have a sweater available. Tons of water. Always got to have water available. What else do we have in here? My gym bag. This is pretty cool. Always keep a gym bag. In between signings, if I have some time, I'll seriously pull up to the local park, bust down some push-ups, or I got some of these what are they called, exercise bands, that type of thing. You got to stay fit on the road. We're driving a lot, sitting a lot. I like to stay active, so if I have a chance and a downtime, a half hour, 20 minutes, I'll literally pull over to a local park, do some push-ups, some squats, some sit-ups, whatever it may be, just to keep the body moving.
I mean, this is like the best episode ever. I mean, what's really cool is you've created a lot of hacks for COVID.
Yes.
Right? I mean, you know, when I was a full-time signing agent doing 10 signings a day, I would know where all the different 24-hour fitnesses and LA fitnesses and Choose fitnesses, and I'd be able to stop in each one, but gyms are closed right now.
Exactly.
And so you still need to get exercise on the road because
Exactly.
you know what is wealth without health, and I think
Exactly.
you're an embodiment of that. And so the fact he's bringing up push-up bars and exercise bands, I mean, if you're looking how a six-figure signing agent stays healthy, stays active on the road, this can't be a better episode, man. So thank you so much. I mean, this has blown my mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keep going through some of your more hacks,
let's
please.
see if we have anything else here.
I see some stuff hanging on the back of your door.
Whenever I have signing service jobs, always got to keep envelopes, FedEx, UPS envelope drop slips available. And what's cool is the FedEx app will pick up exactly where you are and show you where the closest drop box is, not just location, box. Instead of doing the actual Google search, downloading the app for UPS and FedEx will tell you exactly where the next box is closest to you. I didn't know that till recently.
Another hack from a six-figure signing agent. I mean, the FedEx app will tell you the closest one, and sometimes you go to those drop boxes, they don't have the supplies.
Correct.
And so it's the worst when you show up to a drop box, you're like, oh my gosh, someone took all the FedEx slips.
Correct.
So having the FedEx slips, he also mentioned UPS slips, DHL slips, whatever other overnight services that will give you the slips for free, having it in the back of your car, again, just makes you that much more efficient from appointment to appointment to appointment.
Exactly.
Man, I don't know about you guys, but this is like the best episode 1 of Notary Hacks. Look for this full episode if you're a loan signing system student inside the course. Because I can't give all this away on YouTube. This is just so amazing, man. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
Let's go to you have any hacks on the front side of your car?
Yeah, let's head on over to the front. Just a couple more things. Toss it right in there.
All right, so we had to flip the car around so we get in the sunlight. Again, we're doing our best to do this socially distanced.
Yeah, man.
I can't say thank you enough, man. I know you're in between signing appointments.
It's my pleasure, Mark. It's my pleasure.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So we flipped the car around. He has some other hacks he wants to share. So why don't we open up that front door, Chris, and let them in?
Yeah, actually, there was one other thing I want to show you here. Trash can, huge. Got to have one of these to stay organized in the back. Otherwise, you'll find that wrappers and sticky notes, all kinds of stuff go flying all over the place. Got some PPE equipment in here, wipes, gloves, sanitation wipes, that type of thing. Can never, ever, ever have enough of that stuff in this day and age. Moving on to the front
before
here.
we jump on that, I think there's a few things I want to make sure people hit up on. I mean, you're not a six-figure signing agent on accident. The way you think 3 steps ahead, 4 steps ahead, like you said, you never can have too much PPE.
Correct.
Right? I mean, I just want people to understand, like, he understands 3 steps ahead, and I also want these to be kind of helpful for people as well. And so, yeah, I really love that you're always 3 steps ahead, 4 steps ahead. The trash can thing, huge hack. I used to use like those little ones that you just slide over your stick shift thing.
Yep.
And then my wife would always go in my car. I was like, this thing's too small. You need a bigger one.
Oh, that's great.
So I love you have a full-on waste paper basket, like one you buy at Target.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And the location is great because if it's behind passenger seat when you're driving, you just take your trash and you throw it right in there. Before, in the beginning, I had it behind me and I was trying to get it back here this way and I couldn't make it in the basket. So that's a great spot for it.
Notary Hacks. He's telling you the location is very specific. All right, man, let's keep going through your car.
Absolutely. See if there's anything else we got going on here. In the passenger seat, I don't know if we can see in here, but one thing I brought in recently.
All right, man, is there any last hacks you want to share before we wrap this up and let you get on your way to your next appointment?
Well, actually, there is one more that I'd like to share with you for all those loan signing agents. One thing I do, and I learned this the hard way, is I actually keep a good old-fashioned trusty beach towel underneath my chair. Sounds crazy, but every time I eat that hot meal, I pull this thing out and drape it right over my lap. I learned the hard way, Mark, eating a big bowl of spaghetti and meatballs, when it spills all over you and you're heading into a signing, it's never a good look.
Yeah, first off, that is the best hack ever. I mean, because I've been at stoplights and gone too far and have coffee spill on on me. I've also had, the hot meal or even just the hamburger or chicken burger get on me and going to the next appointment embarrassed. My hack was always getting extra napkins in the glove box and having something to wipe off. But this is way better, is my point. I mean, not only is that more better for the environment, but you literally just use it as a big tablecloth, for lack of a better word. And so you don't have to worry about wiping off if it falls. These are the best episodes. I honestly, of all your hacks, you have 1,000 of them. That might be the best one. Because if you're a loan signing agent who's on the go, you have spilled something for sure. So if you're not using a tablecloth, you're from signing agent Chris, man. This has been an amazing first episode. Let me just say thank you. Is there anything else you want to leave anybody with today?
It's my pleasure. Thank you, Mark, for everything you're doing for us loan signing agents. LSS, if you haven't taken it yet, go out and take the course. And thank you so much.
Oh, man, I appreciate you so much. Thank you, brother.
My pleasure.
Can I get air high five? Boom! We're trying to do that social distance. Thank you so much again.
My pleasure, man.
Let me just wrap this up with this. Thank you again, Chris. I mean, this is #1 episode. We're going to do episodes like this throughout the country, Chris. You're episode #1, man. How do you feel about that?
Awesome. Feeling good. Yes. Feeling good.
So we're going to do this throughout the entire country. I'm going to bring signing agents just like Chris who are making 6 figures, $10,000 a month, $15,000 a month. And I'm going to open up their cars. I'm like, what's in your notary bag? What are some of your hacks? Are you excited about seeing some of the other signing agent hacks?
Absolutely. I'm sure there's dozens that you haven't seen here today. And we're always looking to shave a couple minutes here, a couple minutes there. And furthermore, take some of the stress out of the job we do. The less stressed we are, the more successful signing agents we will be.
I appreciate it. Again, we're in the middle of a Starbucks parking lot doing this. You gave me an hour of your time, so thank you.
Anytime,
and again,
brother.
let me end with this. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit that notification button up top. If you're watching this on YouTube for the first time, make sure you hit subscribe. And if you live in a state and you think you have amazing notary hacks, comment below because I might come to your town to interview you for the next episode of Notary Hacks. Thank you. Until next time, be safe, go get them, and let's go.